Yo, what is going on, everybody? It is your boy Frankie back with a brand new video. Now today, doing something different. I don't normally drop ebooks or schemes or gameplays, but I was playing some MUT and I kind of came up with my own scheme and I want to share it with you guys. Now, you can run it with any players you want, but the players I'm going to tell you you need to use, or you don't need to use, but the players, if you use them, it makes it a lot easier to run it. So as you can see, I'm in split close. I'm in the Niners playbook. The biggest thing about this scheme right here, so it's a run heavy scheme. It's toxic. It's not fun to go against. You have King Henry and the Quad Father. You gonna tell me that's fun to go against? Now I run a Chiefs themed team, so passing wise, I'm not at a disadvantage, but I don't have all the great abilities that most quarterbacks would have because I use Mahomes. I have Tyreek, who's a great receiver, but outside of him, Juju's alright, Sky Moore's whatever. So you guys can make a better team and run this scheme. Let's hop into a play and I'll show you guys what you kind of got to run. So we'll just call gun read option. So out of this, you see you got all these, you got the normal split close that everybody used to run. You don't see it as much anymore. For the audibles, I have fullback inside. Why do I have fullback inside? Because that gives it to the Quad Father. But if we revert back to the original play, it could be a handoff to King Henry, or you could keep it yourself with your quarterback. Mine's Mahomes, so he's got like 93 speed, so he's still fast enough to run, the read option with. Passing plays, you got a halfback wheel and Niner pivot dig. So the issue with this playbook right here is if you're not running Hot Route Master, outside of halfback wheel, there's not many good passing plays in this formation, at least in this playbook from what I know. But if you're like most people, you're running a really good quarterback. You're not running Patrick Mahomes that came out in December and doesn't have great abilities, no Hot Route Master. You're probably running like a Matt Ryan, a Russell Wilson, Lamar, somebody that has Hot Route Master, that has the abilities to make a much better play, to where you could change a lot of these routes up. So, if you run this play, everybody knows this play used to be OP. Now, think about it like this. You're running. They can't stop you. You start to pass. You got a corner route, you have a post route, you have a wheel and a flat. And those two running back routes can break tackles on the one-on-one. So that's deadly as it is, on top of having Tyreek Hill speed. At least for me, Tyreek Hill speed. But you'll have a post receiver, most likely your fastest guy. And the corner route we know is cheese. Now, I have Sky Moore running that corner route. That's not the best route. But, we'll real quick, let's just, let's run the play real quick. We'll give it to Derrick Henry. We'll just go down. Okay, whatever. Nothing too crazy. It's a good run scheme. It's not the craziest, but it's toxic enough to get you wins. Now, fullback inside, same thing, except you're just giving it this time to the Quad Father. And I've seen Henry lay some good blocks. So, I don't have the best O-line. I have some Chiefs players, some, 93s that I got from the Campus Heroes. So, it's not the worst. Then you go to pass. We'll go halfback wheel, and you make a quick read. If it's man, you could throw the post, boom. Yeah, and he's got one. He breaks one-on-one tackles too, so that makes that play much. You have 3 players that can break one-on-one tackles in open field, and if it's man, the first guy they meet contact with, they're most likely breaking tackles. So say you draw them into blitzing heavy because you're running the ball well. Now you have one-on-ones with everybody who can probably break a tackle one-on-one. But say they're not blitzing heavy, then you should be picking up 5, 6, 10, 20, 30 with this type of scheme with these players in your backfield. Now let's go to the next play. And it's a little bit more affordable, on the cheesier side. Same style formation, but you go to the Debo package. Now what are you running out of the Debo package? Oh, just Tyreek Hill in your backfield now. Okay, so this is a less pass heavy package, and I say that just because, at least in my team, I'm not trusting Sky Moore out there. I know I have him for the Chiefs team. MVS, he's cool too, but like your guys' third receiver is probably like CeeDee Lamb or something like that. And if you're running Tyreek Hill at your one, you could have like CeeDee Lamb and Plaxico Burress out there. You're set. Gronk at tight end, you're most like, you got everybody set up good. Now what makes this good is you also run read option out of this. Tyreek Hill can also take Tyreek Hill can also take a power, which I said Derrick Henry's great at blocking, and Tyreek Hill's ability activates on this. So, you just hand it off Tyreek. He can break one tackle. I ran for the other night. I wish I would have recorded it. I had a 100+ yard rushing game with him and Henry in the same game. It's a very toxic, annoying scheme. Another thing with this, I'm not going to show it right here. Henry's ability's gone. Just sub him out for Dylan if you want it that bad. Make it as toxic as you want to be. And then the pass plays, I'll say this real quick. The pass plays out of this formation, out of the Debo, these really require you to have hot route master. That's the only thing that sucks. Like, outside of putting Sky Moore on a slant here and maybe Juju on a drag, you're not catching much outside of maybe the deep safety being manned up on Tyreek Hill and you catch him slipping right away, or you get one-on-one with a safety with Kelsey, or your tight end in my team, Kelsey. So it's a good scheme. It just I know it sounds dumb because everybody says it has to be ran right with the right players. Like, I don't know if you can run this with every player, but most people are using the quad father, or they are using Derrick Henry. And I see a lot of Cheetah. You see a lot of Truz. You could throw Truz in here. Imagine Derrick Henry, Cheetah, and Truz in the backfield. Run a read option. Oh, that wasn't read option. You just can make it a very creative scheme while still keeping the pass involved. I know a lot of people like to just be toxic and run and when. You can be toxic and run and still pass the ball. I threw for 338 and 5 touchdowns earlier in a loss, unfortunately, because I went for 2 and missed it. But, like, you have everything in this playbook to be, a successful offense, quarterback. I don't know how to really say it. You have everything you need. And then on the flip side, if you want to just straight up go run heavy, let's flip to choose new play real quick. Plays that I like to call. So those are some pass plays. You have some right here in tight Y off. That's whatever. I don't really like running much out of that outside of the 2 formations I just showed you. But say you run it out of I form slot close. All right, we're gonna take out a Okoye right there. Why? Because we have Gronk. Okay, so you're thinking, okay, Gronk's your lead blocker. You go halfback stretch, flip it to the left. Most of the time, it works. If they bag it, they must got really good run defense, because Gronk lays a block on somebody, and let's say right here, that tackle holds that block and Gronk hits. It's just you and one guy, and he's breaking that tackle for a touchdown. There's only been a few times I've seen Gronk kind of spaz out and just miss the block and go to the safety, but even then, it's still a one-on-one. If they don't have the tackle abilities, which a lot of people are starting to pick up on, which is a good counter to this, but if they don't have that, you're running all over that. And then we'll go to, let's go look at the audibles real quick. So really quickly, the audibles in here, nothing too crazy out of this formation. Out of this formation, though, you have Y spider mesh, which is Y right there. You have a corner route, 2 drags. That's a good play running near like the red zone. You have PA tight end leak, That is more of a shot play. I'll call it real quick just so you can see it. So say you're running. This is just like kind of like, it's like halfback wheel under I form. You have your post, you have your corner, and then you have your skinny post, your shorter post, and you're flat still. The only difference is you play action it, they most likely bite, pass lead, Tyreek Hill, touchdown. It's a very easy scheme to run, and it's very toxic to do. You could easily get, and this play has stretch as well. I just didn't call it in the audibles. You could easily beat somebody by just running these couple plays. Now, there are times in games I switch out of it and I go to like a 5 wide, or I go to doubles, stuff like that, gun tight. Everybody runs gun tight though, but if you want to switch it up and have some fun while still being a little toxic and catching your wins, I think running these 3 formations are the ones for you. You got the Debo package, the split close, and you have the I form close or whatever it was, the slot close, one of those 2, and really just kind of run around that. It does, if you just keep running it though, it does get predictable, but if they can't stop it, they can't stop it. Now, that's all I got to say with this video. I hope you guys did enjoy it. Please check out the podcast. The link will be in the description below. Please leave a like, comment, subscribe, and peace.